Okay guys, this video is to illustrate the uses of a low tier vehicle in a high tier battle. In this case, there's a lot of tier 10s about and I'm in my A20. I don't recommend that, but I had fun in this battle, and what I'm trying to show here is that even if there's no artillery, even if you're in a low tier tank, you can still survive and contribute, especially in the later stages and especially on this map. So I'm going to hit the space bar and bring back the arcade elements a little bit. Now, one of the things that was obvious to me in the fall of 2013 and in the winter is that on this map, the easiest win is to send most of your team into the town and win a big battle there and then deal with the consequences later. I'm not saying that's going to work in clan wars, but in pubs it's a surefire winner, and I have the replays to prove it. So, you know, for the last 6 months that I was playing, I was constantly urging our team on this map to fight a big battle in the town. Now this isn't one of them. I don't know why, but I think possibly because so many people went this way, I said to Wilkie and to Ultra Wasabi that what the heck, we'll join them and try to make it work along the railroad tracks. So there's no arty in this battle, and to drive around in my A20 spotting, it's a huge problem. So what I'm going to do here is survive, and if this attack prospers, I already know what I'm going to do if we near the cap, because I've done it lots of times. And the whole point is, you know, survive and contribute later. So many people in their scout tanks, you know, they never learn that lesson, and thousands, you know, tens of thousands of them just go out and die, not realizing that they can make a contribution if they just survive and keep their tank alive. And their mobility comes in handy in the later stages when there's a lot fewer vehicles around. So I'm sort of proud here of Wilkie and Ultra Wasabi, you know, making their push there on the left-hand side of that rise or embankment. I suppose there's a technical term for a railway embankment. And, you know, they're showing the way for these higher tier vehicles. And, you know, my movements here are strictly dictated by safety. You know, I'm pretty sure I never go an inch further than I think it's safe. At least I try not to. And I'm doing my spotting moves here a little bit. Even a peekaboo. And you'll see I'm not making a move until that light goes out. Or something. Okay, there goes Ultra Wasabi. And you'll see here that, you know, this is not ideal to get strung out this way. One of the strongest points in success in any World of Tanks battle is coordinated movement. In other words, your movements are synchronized with other people's movements in order to maximize the firepower at the point of contact. So even though it's a little bit unsynchronized here, we're still experiencing success. Okay, so now I have an obligation here to go forward and take a peek above this railway track before the other people expose themselves. And I always veer off in a situation like that. No bulb. So I know there's a building up there. I don't know who saw the Foch. Could have been me. You see he's there, pointed at us. So I'll approach him behind the building. And, you know, you move forward as a scout, and that encourages others to move forward sometimes. But you only do it where it's relatively safe to do so. So we're going to swarm this Foch. you know, he's a real genius to be here all alone. I think that's the #1 error in the world of tanks, to not stay with your supporters. So as you can see, my little gun can easily penetrate the side of a Foch. Now, okay, this is what I was talking about earlier. I've done this many times, so I'm just going to be real careful here and just take a pause. Now I'm going to head for that gully if I think it's doable. So away I go. And if these guys just stay back, if I get below the horizon here before I get hammered. There's quite a few maps where you can do more or less what I'm doing here. One of them is Pearl River, for sure. Once you cross the bridge, you dash across and get on a reverse slope, right? The reverse slope is your #1 terrain feature as a scout. That's what you're always looking for. So I'm just spotting for these guys back here, and it's quite likely that you know, the Object 74 hasn't even seen any of our guys except me. Right? And I think the Tiger II makes a comment here about invisible tanks. But, you know, if they understand the battle mechanics, they know that what's going on, but apparently he doesn't. So, but that's okay. He'll learn. And here's another point that is coming up. I can go even further. Once it's revealed that the E-100 is backing down on the reverse slope, that means that I can get even closer to him. And that's what I'm about to do. Maybe one more loop. Nope. And I'm approaching as carefully as I can. Somebody saw me. Don't know who. Sometimes it's hard to tell. But as you can see, you know, we might have won anyway, but what I was doing here was a big help. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and all you scouts out there, live till the end. That's an order.